Hello, it's Kinninigan. We're gonna have a little chat. No surprise here. I figured out what the real goal here is with the New World Order, and it's based around magic. It's right in your face. And long story short, they are intentionally bankrupting corporations so they can buy them up for pennies on the dollar. The newest one to that is going to be Rocksteady Games with their Suicide Squad release that only has 7,000 people playing on Steam right now. It just released within the past 2 hours. I'll explain to you how this works and how magic is involved. Go woke, go broke is a magic mantra. And so,
I'd buy that for $1.
yeah, that's to all your corporations out there that fell for the ESG which is, in magic, you take things and reverse it. Isn't that how you spell die? DIE. Um, Talking about movies, the plot of a movie I seen growing up in the 90s, Pretty Woman. Richard Gere played a character, which he bankrupted corporations and bought them up for pennies on the dollar, more or less. She was, there's also an infamous scene in that movie where she wraps her long legs and her big Sasquatch feet around him in the hot tub and makes a joke about it. He's like, oh, you got long legs. Because, so I had this pal May. Now, just so you know, so I could put some basis to this in occult teaching. Go woke, go broke. How is that a magical mantra? Well, it's a rhyming mantra. So were a lot of the ones that BLM was using. But the leaders of BLM are openly and they admit it. They're open Satanists and witches. You didn't know that. Well, the more you know. Anyway, this is my name, Kinninigan, is a vibrational frequency which reptilian shapeshifters cannot say because it makes them go into their human form. Nikola Tesla, if you understand vibration and frequency, you can unlock the mysteries of the universe. I know a lot about Zen meditation because I've had books and I've read on it. It always fascinated me, although I should be meditating more, but it's kind of hard when you're in a city like Philadelphia and police helicopters. You're supposed to be able to block all that shit out when you do it. However, they use rhyming words for a reason. Jimmy Savile. I can't tell you too much about Jimmy Savile. He was from England. He was a very well known wizard. He wasn't a Freemason. He was part of a secret society that was even more secret because he was connected to the royal family. Oh, he was let's just say, long story short, he was a freak. I can't go into a lot of details about stuff. But he had a little mantra he used to sing to the little kids, jingle jangle. Now, what is that? What is a mantra, and how do I know get woke or go woke, go broke is one? Jingle jangle, it's the rhyming, as above, so below, duality in the occult. This is a mantra. How this works is closing your eyes, but not fully. This is just basic meditation 101. Whether you're a Buddhist, you're learning martial arts, yoga, black magic, tantric studies, and stuff like that. This is basic how to meditate 101. So I'm not going into too much, but it is warned in, for example, Zen Buddhism. If you do meditation wrong, if you don't do the correct breathing count, which is actually 1 to 4, and there's different breathing counts for different types of meditation you want to go under, transcendental, just basic. And if you do it wrong, they say that you can encounter Makyo. Makyo in Japanese is a word that means little demons. The Makyo talked about in Zen Buddhism are the demons from the Lesser Key of Solomon, as talked about by Aleister Crowley. And Jimmy Savile was a big Aleister Crowley fan. They were buddies. They would have been, obviously. so, um, so if you do it incorrectly, and Buddha himself even admitted that there were up to 50 different types of Makyo, There are 72 of them in the Lesser Key of Solomon, so I think he was onto something there. And they say how to dispel demons is with kindness and compassion because they feed on negative energy and they will become stronger and not to let them put fear into you. Basic Buddhism 101. Okay. So if you do these mantras the incorrect way, putting yourself in a transcendental state using jingle jangle, you could invoke, along with other things. I'm not just saying you're going to go in that room. You're not even supposed. You're supposed to close your eyes to where they're not fully closed, but like where you're like half asleep, and then you breathe. Inhale, go woke. Exhale, go broke. Yeah, that's how you would do a. That's how rhyming words work, and this is why rhyming words are associated with magical practice, and I don't recommend it. Look more into Buddhism if you want to learn how to do breathing like that correctly and do correct meditation. And there's also, so this is another corporation, and I'm not joking. The idea is in the occult, you have duality. And the goal for the New World Order is to put everything under a mega corporation, but it would be two of them. One to kind of handle the material distribution and aspects, BlackRock, and one to handle all the financials, Vanguard. You already have two of them. They are trying to scoop corporations up for pennies on a dollar by bankrupting them. This was their whole plan. Who is the one putting out the ESG scores? Think about it. How the hell does corporations losing their customer base make any sense? And what would be the actual reasoning for this? Is it more than just scooping up corporations? Is it more deeper than just the pretty woman plot? Yes, it is. Cultural mark. No, this is beyond cultural Marxism. This is something on a level we've never seen before. There are countries resisting it. There are also countries that do not have a Rothschild's central bank in them. Iran, yeah, Persia, yeah. They want you to think that Iran is just like ISIS and the Arabic. Oh, just not going into detail on that one, but they're not. They're Persian. They're a totally separate culture. Um, yeah, and there's a reason. And then you have like Korea and Japan. They don't get along with China, and they are not allowing China to have quote unquote cultural influence on them, so they can weaken their military. That's what it's all about. It's about all you steak eating, potato eating, working Americans with your shotguns and yeah. Now, how does the magic aspect play into this? Well, we got George Soros here, Big Daddy financier of them all, and he's going to tell you how he uses magic to influence world financial markets. And pay very close attention to the swamp thing that he's talking to. Yeah, you know what? This is on my Odyssey channel. I don't want to re-upload this to YouTube, but just listen.
This is an idea, a big idea that
I don't
didn't
know.
get much traction at the beginning, but you felt vindicated in 2008.
Right. I mean, this I
She's got bigger
developed
feet
this.
than him.
Actually published it first in 1987, The Alchemy of Finance,
The
and I
alchemy
called it
of finance.
alchemy
That's occultic.
to indicate that it's not. It doesn't claim to be a scientific explanation
The
of
stuttering
of
is the Koro
phenomena
probably kicking in
of
from years
financial
of
markets.
right. If you know what
But
Koro
it's
is,
a
you know.
better explanation than the scientific one, which ignored this fundamental difference. So, the alchemists made a big mistake when they tried to change the behavior of metals by abracadabra. they should have gone into the
Abracadabra. That's a
financial
rhyming
markets
word.
because there you actually can change the sequence of events by abracadabra.
Do you think this is a joke? No. Everything I say, I use a lot of humor in what I do because these are not easy subjects to grasp, and I got to keep my sanity at the same time. But I don't. When I say this stuff, I'm not making it up. It's put right in front of your face. Abracadabra, jingle jangle, go woke, go broke. What do all these terms have in common? It's not a coincidence. That was him admitting they use abracadabra alchemy magic to influence world markets and bankrupt corporations so they could buy them up for pennies on the dollar. Then they can put everyone under one big mega corporation known as Babylon Incorporated, and the board of directors will be the Council of 300, otherwise known as the Reptilian Anunnaki. And just for good measure, as a Christian, the CEO will be Lucifer himself. Itself. I don't know what Lucifer's pronouns are anymore. Sorry. Anyway, so Bebop Bandicoot 777. So, I pulled this up. So, for all you corporations that took the ESG scam and are going bankrupt at the expense of your own customers like us and shitting all over us,
Pues las chanclas. Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme las chanclas y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Jesús, había subido la marea y encontré una paella. Y la encontré porque estaba la paellera agarrada entremetida entre.
I don't feel sorry for them. You, I kind of figured out this is what was going on the whole time. I just figured I'd put this together in a video, get my thoughts collected here, and yeah. So that's my thoughts on what's really going on. Now I gotta think of a clever title for this video. Go woke, go broke is a magical how to buy corporations for pennies on the dollar. That sounds good. Anyway, if you could support the channel, all the links are in the description. What do you think? Am I right again? I hope not, because usually when I'm right, that's not. Those videos don't do well with the algorithm. Do you believe in magic? Yeah. Anyway, any questions or comments, leave them below. God bless and take care.